Well, I tell you, I think I damaged my trigger finger right before, look at the end of that thing. So much rattle can camo job, I think I might have did some nerve damage to my trigger finger. Wrong time of year to be doing that. Anyways, we got the paint job done. And let me give you a look at it. Got a lot of great name suggestions for my camo pattern. It's hard to tell much, you know, now. Get over here in the shade and it's really even harder to tell much about it. But I think it's camoed enough to confuse a deer, and my hands are getting tired of so we're done. The bottom side, you saw that in the last video. Let me show you some of the colors I used. I didn't pay over $5 a can for any of these. I think they were all like $4.45 or $4.35, something like that. Maybe $4.50 might have been the most. And you kind of get an idea of colors there. This one here is a little too red. That's probably the only one I probably wouldn't use again. And you can see it there. It looks kind of orangey red, but really when you look at some of the trees around here, it's about the same color. But in every good camo, you need an accent color. You need some little small color that you just put here and there and yonder. And that's what helps breaks it up. Well, everything was going beautiful, just beautiful, until a strap shifted and it fell. And now we bent our sheet metal all up right on the corner. I think I can yank it out of there, but man, it sure did make it look ugly. It's just a deer stand. All right, I'm going to try to straighten that out, and then we're going to try to stand it up again. All right, I need to do some leveling. I dug down. She was kind of teetering like this. So I knew I needed to dig down on one side or the other. And I dug down on the back side, leveled, dropped that down. But what I did was I tilted the whole thing that way. So it's about an inch or so out of level, which is really no big deal. I can come back and dig here and there, and these two poles here, and settle it up. But there you have it. That's the end. I've been all up trying to stand it up. Can't tell much about that side. But anyways, I've got the two T-posts in here. And if you put these in the corner, and I'm going to put rope around them, but basically the T-post will keep this one from going this way or this way. And then that one will prevent it from going this way or that way. So basically, two's all you need, opposite corners. Now this is just a roll out commercial welcome mat. I'll cut that to length later. Okay, for the time being, I just put a little piece of paracord in here. Tie that door shut. Got me a padded folding chair. I've been in stands that had swivel chairs before. The problem with swivel chairs is they get noisy, or they don't make noise and squeak when you move around. So I'm at the widest point in the field. I'm in the middle of the field. It's about 200 yards to that far end, and it's about 200 yards to that far end. There's what I'm looking at. Now I've got some tree limbs to get right here. As you see, I'm going to get these limbs. I'll get those with a little limb trimmer, pole trimmer. But it gives me about a maybe 80 to 100 yard shot all across the field there. So if you're wondering, yes, I will eventually put windows in here. I've got plans to do that. I'm just not going to do it. Muzzleloading season opens tomorrow. I was going to work on it more, and then I thought, no, I ain't muzzleloader hunted in years. So the plan tomorrow is to come up here and set with a muzzleloader and just see what happens. So I need to go home and shoot my muzzleloader. I haven't shot it in a few years. I need to make sure it's still on and ready to go. So that wraps up part 4. We've got it upright. We've got it painted. It hasn't rained here in probably a good 2.5 weeks. So the ground is hard and dry. So as soon as it rains, I'll come in here and chisel away on this high side, set the stand down, level it up a little bit. And then in between muzzleloading and gun season, we'll have 2 weeks. And I'll come in here and put some windows in. And we'll be ready to go. Excited. Fired up. Well, did Marvin really hit all them turtles he was shooting at?
Oh my word, Harold. Look.
I know.
Here's a whole bunch more.
Did Marvin really hit them all? There's one. There's a couple there. There. That's all shale, busted up. There's trails up in there where coons have been eating them. Little bass. I can see there's a whole bunch of blackbirds on that far side, and I can see shells over there too. See the blackbirds? This was the last pond we shot at, and it was about this time of the evening. Yeah, that's a big turtle shell right there. So judging by the number of shells on the ground, here we are 3 weeks later. 2 or 3 weeks later. There's more shells up in there. We ran off some woodcocks. I hear them hollering. They're wanting to come back. Anyways, I think I'm going to get my pole, see if I can't catch one before the wife catches them all. So, just a little turtle update. Yeah, there's shells over there in the grass. Oh, wow. Let's walk over here. I lost count. Here's a little shallow spot. And see, I don't know how many. See how the grass is all beat down? There's not any cows in here. That beat down is because they're up in here eating turtles. I mean, there's turtles there. There's one there. There's a couple there. And one there. And one right there. And there's probably what's eating on some of them, coyotes. And I see a lot of buzzard crap. So anyways, nothing goes to waste. It's not everything gets eaten by us, and they needed to go because this pond really, these fish are struggling. That's Marty Stauffer stuff right there. Zooming in on him. Got a dove coming by. Hadaway knock him down. Couple doves. No, that wasn't a dove, that was a mosquito. Anyways, it's my wife's birthday, so I'm letting her win at fishing. She started getting nervous, and I caught a couple real fast, so I had to come back over here and sit in the buggy and let her get ahead again. I'm making sacrifices in this marriage. She said she's never had a husband so giving, I think. Well, she's laughing. I don't think that's what she said. I think she said she hates that I'm such a martyr. But I can die for no greater cause. It's hard to keep them oiled up where they don't make